Hey, good day, everybody. This is Brian Tarian here, Disability Digest. Hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to our Wednesday YouTube live event. As we are getting in and getting started, I would like your assistance. I have a new phone set up. And I want to make sure that everybody can hear me okay. Actually, I'm going to just move it around a little bit. So if you would just put in the meeting chat there, yes, Brian, I can hear you. That would be super helpful as we get started. So today, I'm going to go over some topics will help you understand like what happens to your disability check, like what happens when you get approved, what happens if you are like approved at age 55, you turn 62, like what happens then, what happens when you are turn 65, what happens if you work. I'm going to cover that in general because we have a lot of information on it. What happens when you're reviewed. So I'm going to hit the highlights of those. But most importantly, I want to take some time today to address any questions that you might have. So if you're just joining us again, I would appreciate your feedback on the sound check for the show today as I continue to fiddle around with my camera and microphone. So let's see, we have Carrie Wayne, CVR, on the meeting before I left for a vacation, we had the devil was in the house. Thought that was kind of interesting. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Leonard. Sunshine. Nice to see you here. Or see your name here anyway. So if you're new here or listening to this replay and this is a new experience for you, here at the Disability Digest, we do these live events most Wednesdays. The purpose of them is to cover like a topic and keep you up to date, and then answer any questions that you might have. The whole focus of our ongoing efforts is to do three things here. It is to help people get their disability benefits approved fast. Once you're approved, we work really hard to help them, especially in today's environment. And then the last thing we do is to help you maximize them. You know, like especially now, I just heard this morning that the inflation is 8.6%. So that means that one way to look at it is your check is worth 8.6% less than it was last year. Now you'll get another increase coming up. But right now you're behind. So what can we do? What are things that we can do to help you get all the benefits that you're entitled to? Make sure that you're not paying for things that you shouldn't be paying for, like insurance premiums, cell phones, things like that, internet. These are all different things. So if you like the work that we do and you haven't already subscribed, we encourage you to do so and ring the bell. And then join us or update us. Update your membership with us is the best way that we can help you out, because then we have an update on where you're at in the approval process. And so we'll know what information to give you. So around this video or the replay, afterwards, you can look below it and there'll be a link to do that. All right, so let's get started. I don't see anybody in here that has given me any feedback on my sound. So I just want to make sure, I'm going to put in the chat here. I'm going to wait for a reply before I get going. And there's usually like a 3 or 4 second delay. Okay, good. The other thing that I want to share with you is I'm going to turn my screen share on here. And if you are, I know that a lot of people that come here have not subscribed. No, not yet. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right, how about now? You folks able to hear me now? Hopefully. Appreciate your assistance. Oh, yes, you can hear me. Perfect. I'm going to start over. I went through the whole presentation. So sorry. Anyway, now, folks able to hear me now? Yeah, this is a new setup that we have here. So it allows me to share my screen with you and the microphone. Great. Okay, good. Perfect. So this is welcome to the Disability Digest Live. We do these live events here on Wednesdays, most Wednesdays, to help you understand how you can use our resources to get your benefits, keep your benefits, and maximize your benefits. Today, I'm going to go through what happens to your check at certain phases, at certain increments. Like if you get approved and you're 55, what will your award look like? And then what happens when you turn 62? What happens when you turn 65? What happens if you choose to work? I'm going to cover that in general because we have a lot of information on it. What happens or when will you be reviewed? So those are some of the topics that I'm going to cover today. So again, welcome everybody. Wayne, Lana, Cheryl, Wayne again, Carrie. If you're joining us or have already joined in the chat, you can definitely enter your question when I'm done going through the discussion items. I will take some time to answer your individual questions. All right. Good. Let's get going. What I want to cover today is, I'm going to put it up on the screen here, my agenda, is what happens to your check when you're approved. And while I go through this and get started, if you would enter a number into the chat to help me understand where you're at in the process so I can streamline my conversation. And here's the number that I'm referencing. If you have not applied yet, just simply enter a 1 in the chat. If you have already applied and you are waiting, enter a 2. If you have applied and unfortunately been denied, enter a 3. And if you have been approved, enter a 4. That would be super helpful. Okay, so for those of you that are the number 1 or number 2, number 3, going through the approval process, a few quick tips on this. Once you get approved, if you're getting approved at the initial application level, or you've been denied and you get approved at the reconsideration level, it is common that you receive your payment like even before your notice of award. So the best advice in general, if there's only a few, if I had 30 seconds to give you some tips, is to follow the progress of your case in your MySSA account. MySSA.gov, open an account or log into it and follow it there. To help you through the approval process here at the Disability Digest, our membership has no charge associated with it.
once you complete your profile and we understand that you're trying to get your benefits approved, you get access to an advocate for live support and a disability approval course that will help you go through the process. Even if you're using a disability representative, the course is a great asset. It'll teach you what to do and what not to do while you're going through the process. So if you have a representative, it will help you hold them accountable so you can get the best bang for your buck. And so that will knock out a lot of the obstacles, the confusion, hopefully eliminate some of the stress. And it's interviews with experts. It's put together with an ex-Social Security employee, Barb Mountain, 3 different Social Security disability attorneys who do this work, and a lot of feedback from you folks, our members that have crossed the finish line and been approved, share their tips with us. So that will help you get through, and your payment at initial should be pretty quick, and that's your back benefits. I've known people that have woken up in the morning and checked their bank account and found thousands of dollars in it. Now, if you've been to a hearing, what we're seeing right now is it's taking like 60 days to get a decision for a hearing. And then once you get that decision, it might take another 60 days to get an award letter. So 60 and 60 in my math is 120 days from the time that you had a hearing till about the time that you can expect to get it paid, if it's a favorable decision. So let's talk about the next big benefit step for you, which is your Medicare. Very confusing for people when it starts. And you are Medicare eligible as a Social Security disability recipient after you have received 24 payments. Now, here's a way to think about this. If you got approved today and you got a check today for 24 payments, like for 24 months that you've been out of work, you would be Medicare eligible today, right? If you've only been out of work for 18 months at the time that you've been approved, you're gonna have to wait another 6 months, right? So how you pinpoint this is you get an award letter. And on the top of the award letter, it'll say you're entitled to disability benefits on this date. That's the date that you start and you use to count your 24 months. So it's 24 months from that date that your Medicare starts, right? So once you're on your benefits and you receive your award letter, listen up, everybody, because this is super important. You're subject to a review. Some people may not have specific language in their award letter that says that you are going to be reviewed at 18 months, 3 years, or 5 years. But it's my understanding, unless you have a terminal illness, that you are subject to a review. That's what the Biden budget, the disability regulation says. So I just encourage you to be prepared for your review. And the premise of your review is that you're going to get a form like this on our screen right here, long form, is to demonstrate to Social Security that you still qualify for your benefits, that you have been following what's been outlined in your Social Security award letter to stay in treatment, stay up with your conditions, report the information that you're responsible for reporting. And if you don't know what that is, we have videos on individual segments on all of this, so that you can so that you can still qualify. I do know this, according to the budget and the statistics, which we have covered, about 20% of disability recipients annually will be reviewed, and about 50,000 people, according to the systematic math of the budget, will have their benefits terminated as a result of a review. In my experience, many of them can be avoided by taking the precautionary steps, and understanding that if your review is not successful, that you need to likely get some assistance, like many of you have done through the approval process. So here at the Disability Digest, we have a complete continuing disability review guide that is available to our members. If you are a member here and you are concerned about getting a review, getting through a review, and you do not have it yet, then just contact us at support at the Disability Digest, and we'll get that to you. That was put together with what I would refer to as industry legend, Attorney James Mitchell Brown. And he walks you through what it is, how to prepare, how to get through it. And if you get stuck, there's legal assistance there. So that is the next step. If you're just joining us, thank you and welcome. And please remember to enter the questions that you may have in the comments. And okay, good. Perfect. Can you folks see my screen? Hope so. All right, so next is if you return to work, if you want to work to supplement your Social Security disability. If you are doing that, you have the ability to earn up to $970 a month and keep your benefits. If you choose to earn more, okay, I think I'm having a technical difficulty here today. Sorry, folks.